Good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, family and friends. I had wanted to go onto my YouTube channel today. My first one. I have a new YouTube tarot channel, which I'm having a ton of fun with. I've got a couple YouTube channels I'm working on, but the other ones are taking a lot more investment and stuff. Plus, I have my day job. I'm still teaching, full time and stuff. So, but I'm just home today. Me, Tom, the dog, and yeah, just having a very kind of casual lay-low day. I did realize when I posted this week's videos that a couple of them, Aquarius and Cancer, the file names got mixed up with the videos. So when I posted them, it was the wrong video linked. And so I fixed those and I've reposted them. I apologize for that. But I thought I'd come on and do a really quick live reading, just for whoever decides to reach this reading for today. I took a bunch of my decks out that I have. I also thought I'd share some different decks. Usually, like in my videos that I do every Monday on Monday, I do fire and earth signs, and then Wednesday morning I do air and water signs, just quick tarot reading for the week. And I always use this deck. It's the traditional Rider-Waite deck that you're used to. Like when most people think of tarot, even people who aren't familiar with tarot cards and tarot reading are somewhat familiar with this Rider-Waite deck. Like when you mention tarot reading, this is the deck that typically comes to mind. And I use that a lot. I've got my little charm I got from Ireland this summer from Newgrange that I keep on there. And then I always pull a bonus card from our holographic deck here. This is also the Rider-Waite deck, just because I use it because it's what the imagery in it, to me, gives me the most information and helps me remember like all the information, because there's so many connections in the tarot between the pictures and what they mean. And it all has to do like energies and stuff. I'm going to create another video about how this works, about how these energies work and what it is and what I think it is, like my take on it. Anyway, I usually pull one card from there as a confirmation card that we keep hidden until the end of the reading. But I've taken out some different decks here today because I thought it'd be fun to use some different ones. I have basically just my tarot decks. Well, this one is kind of half tarot, half oracle. These are all tarot decks. And then this is my I Ching. So these are I Ching, which I'm just learning the I Ching. It's very, very old. It fascinates me. It is, from what I've read about the Kabbalah and the energy, and it's science too. It's spirituality, it's religion, it's science. It's all the same thing, I think. Anyway, this I Ching, which is brilliant, it gives a lot further information, and I've just recently started studying and learning the I Ching. Students in China once upon a time had to memorize like the I Ching and had to know it and learn it, and then days of communism like went by the wayside. But anyway, got my I Ching cards here. This is a really cool perpetual calendar I got from my good friend Sandy Haggerty. If ever she watches, hi, I can see a few people watching right now. This is called a perpetual calendar, and you can put it on the date, and then it'll tell you what day of the week, what the date will be, like on a Wednesday, what the dates will be. It only goes for like 40 years is the max. But anyway, got this really cool perpetual calendar. This is my Oceanic Tarot. It's the same tarot deck. It's just all oceanic pictures, but it's the same characters in the story, just in an oceanic setting. So I've got my Oceanic Tarot cards out. I've got these are called the Seers Tarot. I really like them. They're just different artist interpretation of the tarot, which is, so to be qualified as a tarot deck, it would have the 21 major arcana plus the Fool plus all your minor arcana with 56. So 78 cards total. Clubs, pentacles. So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about tarot. There's other decks that are just purely oracle decks that are not tarot related. They don't have the arcana. And I have several oracle decks. I don't care to use them. I prefer the energies of the tarot. This next one is a very famous tarot, the Thoth tarot deck. Aleister Crowley, who is quite an interesting character. But anyway, I'm not super fond of the dude, but he has quite a history. Maybe one of these times I'll do an episode about Aleister Crowley and his whole group of people. But the Thoth Tarot is very, very fascinating to me. And again, it was a woman artist who did all the artwork. She took like over 5 years to create all the artwork for the Thoth Tarot deck. And it's gorgeous. So I took the Thoth deck out. I will share about that. That was, this is really old, just Rider-Waite deck. Doesn't have the artist name anywhere on it, but this is the old traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. And then this is one, Arcanium, which is like a combination of tarot plus oracle with the cards. So anyway, I got that deck out. I thought it might be fun to do a really quick reading for today, just for Thanksgiving, for anybody here who's hearing it, who wants to read it, who needs to hear the message about the energies that are happening right here and now. So let's do a reading, shall we? Really quick, we'll lay down our first, we'll lay down our Celtic cross with our traditional Rider-Waite tarot. All right. We're coming up, 3 of Cups, party time, family. It's Thanksgiving. It's celebrations, get-togethers. Thanksgiving and me is the 3 of Cups, and that's what's coming up as you or me, the Aquarian, right now. Our challenge obstacle or awareness is the Hierophant. The Hierophant represents social groups, religious groups, our church groups, all those things like that. And that's crossing us as our challenge obstacle awareness. So not unusual. You get together in family situations, you belong to different political groups, you have different religious views. That it might be why that's crossing you in those social situations like we're having right now, like on Thanksgiving. That's very interesting that those 2 cards came up in the heart of our reading right now, you guys. Okay, so beneath us in the subconscious tool shed that we're bringing with us into the situation is a Queen of Pentacles. So somebody who's very nurturing and taking care of health, wealth, finances, and mending things of the past. The queens are the ones in charge of healing the past. So kind of looking at how we've handled our health and our finances in the past, looking back at that and like looking at how we want to fix it and do better is what we're bringing with us as part of us in our subconscious. Stepping out of the immediate past is a beautiful 6 of Pentacles. So we're recently coming out of a situation where we've been able to give. I don't know, maybe even going into Thanksgiving right now. I know I just came back from a short trip down south to help my nephew move into his very first apartment and to spend a couple days with my sister. So love you. Shout out to my sister, Christy. I love you. And so we were just, helping, hauling boxes and stuff like that. But it always helps when all family chips in and many hands make light work. And that's kind of what we're doing. So 6 of Pentacles is beautiful. 6s are also celebration cards, and Pentacles and it's a point of being flush enough to be able to like give back and help others around you. And that's beautiful. We're stepping out of some of that. And then crowning us today, right now, is this King of Wands. So moving forward to pursue our passions is what's in our crown and our ideal. Kings are forward-facing, forward-looking. They're in charge of the future, building the future. And wands our fire signs are all about passion and desire and following your passions and desires. So because it's in our crown, it's not and this is a very general reading. That's what's ideal for us to do is to be follow our passion. Okay, stepping into the near future here in the first week of December, Justice. We get the Justice card, another major arcana. Very much echoes the Hierophant. They're almost identical. When you look at these 2 guys side by side, look, It looks like the same card almost. They have the same robes, same colors. Red. Okay, let's talk about the colors for a minute. We'll talk about color theory in the tarot. So red is action. So stuff happening. So you've got these get-togethers and stuff, and this Hierophant, which represents like all our social groups and whatnot. And then you're stepping into, in the future, our 11th major arcana, which is justice, which is kind of like bringing things into justice, a weighing out of things, and karma coming around, which makes sense. I mean, right now, I think it's today, Saturn is coming back. Saturn, which has been in retrograde, is finally coming back into her forward motion, and that's going to really start putting things into motion and putting things right after a bit of a period of reflection for us. So down here, we are feeling right now in our environment this Queen of Swords, so really focused on reason, logic, clear communication, thoughts, ideas, and again, very much in charge. She's queen, very much in charge, very much in power, and very much in control, and very nurturing still. And around us in our environment is this beautiful King of Pentacles. So beautiful, again, health, wealth, finances, stability around us, and forward looking for that as well, toward that, starting to, we're getting a lot of stability around what we're trying to build in that regard in our environment. So that's cool. And then in our hopes and fears section for this reading, another king. We've got all these court cards. We have a couple major arcana, the Hierophant and Justice. But then, we ourselves today are celebrating as the Three of Cups, which is family celebrations and connections and stuff, networking and all of that. But look at all the kings. We've got the King of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. Now we have the King of Cups. And we have the Queen of Swords. We've got a beautiful balance of earth, water, air, fire, and all of the court cards. So I feel so King of Cups. So in our hopes and fears section, and I'm sure it's hopes, it's we want to connect we want to be in control, but we also want to connect on not just a superficial level, but an emotional level as well. So we're making all of those connections here. We've got our wands, cups, swords, pentacles. They're all here. So that's really cool. And they're all court cards. So that means right now we're at a place in our lives where we've been looking at stuff and handling stuff. It's been bearing fruit. We're in these social situations which are challenging us. We're all in these social situations which are challenging us. Justice is going to be getting brought about. And we have everything else going on around us that's putting us very much in charge, in the driver's seat, as far as all the aspects. That's very cool. Final potential outcome, though, we're seeing this Four of Cups. So that's an interesting card, is our final potential outcome. So this is a card. Fours are pretty stable cards. We've reached some stability, but they're very low in the game. This is a card of, there's 3 full cups, and the cloud is holding out another full cup to him, but his arms are crossed. He's going, well, I don't think that's enough. So this could be a card of, I feel like this is one of two things. Okay, this is Thanksgiving, you guys. Today is Thanksgiving. I'm doing this Facebook Live for Thanksgiving. Hi, Haley. Happy Thanksgiving. Hi, Jared. Happy Thanksgiving. I love you, cousin. So I'm doing a quick spread for Thanksgiving for Facebook Live. I'll figure out how to post it on my entire YouTube channel later. I haven't done a YouTube Live yet. We'll get there. My YouTube skills are still building. But anyway, our final potential outcome, interesting, on this day of Thanksgiving is a Four of Cups. Okay, so this card is a card of not being satisfied with what you're being offered. Now, depending on where you are in your life, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. This is Thanksgiving Day especially. We should be thankful every day. Gratitude lists should be a daily part of our daily routine, like brushing our teeth. But sometimes also in life, it's okay to look at the things around you and realize that you're worth more and that it's okay to expect more. So, but I do feel like today of all days, this is a card to warn us to be grateful for what's being offered to us. Always be grateful for what's being offered to you, like this cup that's being offered to him. Be grateful, because then you can carry on and progress. This card definitely warns to be grateful. You got all this power going on in the rest of the reading. We had all these pentacles and all these court cards coming up. So, wow. So I don't know if we were to, well, one of you guys watching, Haley or Jared, you could tell me which card we should clarify. We could pull one of these other decks here and pull further clarification. So let's get further clarification on this final. And I want to shuffle these a little bit, because I don't know how well this deck got shuffled. I want further clarification on that Four of Cups there. On Thanksgiving Day, when we're being represented by the Three of Cups get-togethers, and we're crossed by the Hierophant, our social groups and like all our religious groups, and yeah, that's so fascinating. So let's see. Oh, now I ended up with a Queen of Pentacles down there. I don't know how I did that, but all right, here we go. Out of our Seers Tarot, further clarification for our Four of Cups there. Let's see what we have on that. It's right there. It's right there. Eight of Swords is feeling entrapped. It's a card about feeling entrapped and not feeling. It's self-imposed entrapment. It's having thoughts in your own mind that make you feel entrapped. So I think that verifies that four of Cups, meaning not appreciating, that's up here. Like, if you choose to, whether you choose to think about your losses, or whether you choose to say, okay, let's just think about every single thing I have in this second to be grateful for. This tells you whether you feel entrapped. I wonder if I should get a few more cards. Let's clarify a few more things with this other deck, because this is fun. I never do this in my morning readings. I want to go kind of quickly, so I just use the one deck. I can't wait to open my member section, because then I'll do extended reads and stuff, and it's going to be so much fun. But for YouTube, I need 500 subscribers. So my first 500 subscribers are going to get a free membership. They're already free. So Jared, you're already free. I'm sure you're already subscribed. Haley, you'll get a free membership. Of course, you're already in. You guys are already VIPs. But I can't wait to reach 500. And I want to do it authentically. I don't want to, there's scammy ways you could do stuff like buying subscribers and stuff. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. It'll build up. I'm getting consistent followers and likes, so it's all fun. It's all good. But let's clarify. Let's clarify this justice that we're stepping into in the beginning of December. Clarify this Justice card right here. And we're getting the Page of Swords with Justice. So okay, so pages are often messengers. Often it means a message coming in. If it's swords, it might be legal matters. It might be something like that, bringing justice in a way. Pages often bring messages, and swords are thoughts, ideas, and often relate to legal matters. So maybe something like that happening in the beginning of December. Let's get another one here. Let's clarify. Let's get another card for this King of Wands in our crown chakra, which is our ideal, which is where our mind ideally should be in order to manifest, what's the highest for us. And we're getting, I can't read it. Oh, Judgment. Yeah. Okay. So we're getting the Judgment card, which is right before the world. It's our 20th major arcana, Judgment, and it comes right before the world, right before you've arrived, which is interesting, because you never really arrive. Once you arrive, guess what? You step through the portal into the next journey, and you start all over again. kind of at the bottom of the totem pole and it never ends. It's the only constant in life is change, right? But anyway, so this King of Wands, following your passion, you got the Judgment card with it up here in your crown. And what that is going to mean is that you're going to need to cut away. You have to cut away the stuff that doesn't serve you, that doesn't help you, that doesn't, anything that pulls you off your right path, you need to take judgment on and remove from your life in order to step into the next big thing, is what that Judgment card means. So interesting. I don't know what else to clarify, and it's really hard for me to read anything on the screen, so because it's a bit of a ways away. But this was really fun. I hope you're all having a wonderful Thanksgiving. I kind of want to pull a couple of other cards just as a little bit more advice for today for Thanksgiving. So let's pull out our Thoth Tarot deck. And again, I want to give this a real good shuffle. I really love the art on these Thoth cards. It's interesting, and I'm just learning the history of the Thoth tarot cards and their artwork and their symbolism. It's really fascinating to me also, and I'm finding a lot with it, but well, one of these days I'll do a video about comparing the regular tarot deck to like the traditional Rider-Waite to the Thoth, and how their different take on things. It's interesting. The Thoth deck is a little naughty, a little bit naughtier than the Rider-Waite tarot deck. So we'll see if any of the real naughty cards come up today or not, of all days on Thanksgiving. Let's see. But let's pull a card from our Thoth deck here. And then I do want to do an I Ching, because I'm trying to learn the different symbols. So we'll pull an I Ching card for today, also for Thanksgiving, a special I Ching. And then I'm going to download this video and post it hopefully onto my YouTube channel. And yes, here we go. Ooh. All right, so we are coming up with Pleasure, which is a Six of Cups. Six of Cups in the Thoth deck. Apparently, Six Cups is the Pleasure card. I told you it was a little dirtier than the other tarot deck. So Six of Cups, let's compare the two. Let me find you the Six of Cups in our Rider-Waite deck. It's a beautiful card of family. I love the sixes. It's triumph. You have the Six of Pentacles. We have another six. So numerologically speaking, that's really good. Sixes are great. They're small celebrations, triumphs, coming back to a state of stability after a state of instability of the fives. And so that's really good. But I want to show you the comparison of their traditional Rider-Waite tarot. Here it is. It's beautiful. Okay, so they stick with the same color theme, because color is important. A lot of yellow in this, and these cups, they're beautiful. I don't know. And there's a lot of water flowing in the ocean in the background of them. They almost look like the tentacles of an octopus or squid to me, with the ocean in the background. It's very abstract, the artwork on the Thoth deck. The art is pretty abstract, but that's their Six of Cups, which is called Pleasure in this deck. But in the traditional Six of Cups, it's very much family, and there's a little kid giving, and there's an older person giving flowers, and it stands for like family get-togethers, reunions, parties, but like also familiar generational love is the Six of Cups. Memories, like, yeah, trips down memory lane is the Six of Cups. So interesting that it's pleasure on this one, but I get it. I mean, it's coming back into balance and feeling joy again after the Five of Cups, which is a dissatisfied feeling of loss. So anyway, there's the two compared. So we get this pleasure card, the Six of Cups. And again, how confirming, it's these family celebrations and get-togethers, this familial love and joy overflowing today, which I think this would be the tarot card, the Six of Cups, from the regular Rider-Waite deck, which is family get-togethers and family reunions and stuff like that. So that's perfect for today. All right. I know this is kind of going on, but I wanted to hop on here. And for all of you that I can't be with this Thanksgiving, I love you, I miss you. For all my cousins in the Pacific Northwest and all around, and my brother in Idaho, and all my loved ones down in Southern California, and all my loved ones and friends up here. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's pull something from the I Ching. Got my I Ching cards. Now, it also comes with these coins. Okay, there's a way to, okay, because it's symbol, see, it's this is what fascinates me about the energy thing with the I Ching, okay, and all of this. And I don't have a super mathematical mind, and the I Ching is like 10,000 years old, but it's a series of pentagrams made with either solid lines or broken lines. It very much reminds me of binary, off or on, positive or negative. And in fact, these symbols represent positive or negative, yin yang, the yin and yang. And then together they make a symbol. And then these symbols are put together to make a hexagram. And these hexagrams match to energies in us and in life as we go through this life. Very similar to the energies. I see a lot of similarities between that and the energies talked about in the Kabbalah. So yeah, I find that fascinating. But anyway, so these three coins, these Chinese coins here, can be dropped, shaken and dropped to come up with your dashes and lines to write, to divinate, or, you know, read the energies of the I Ching. So I'm not adept at using these coins just yet. I'm still learning on that. I'll practice on those coins, but I thought it would be fun to shuffle these up and pull at least one I Ching for Thanksgiving Day today. So let's see what the I Ching has to say. And you know what also that I find fascinating, and again, maybe this will be another video. I am a teacher, so I love history. I love cards. I love card playing. I love poker. I grew up learning bridge, which is a whole language. And so this stuff just absolutely fascinates me. As you can see, I own a ton of decks, and it's fascinating to me. But historically speaking, it also is fascinating to me. I grew up, like, I went to college, and my undergraduate is in psycholinguistics, but I took courses where I studied Carl Jung and Kant and people like that, brilliant philosophers, thinkers, psychologists, psychiatrists, sociologists, who studied and believed in all this, and believed these energies, and believed in the astrology, the energies of where the planets are when you're into this earth, the kind of energy that knows how far back it actually goes, but it survived a very long time. And like I said, for a long time, up until, I want to say, up until World War II, probably, kids in China had to learn the I Ching. They had to learn all the hexagrams and what they meant. Anyway, all the cards here have the yin yang. I have a yin yang tattoo. So, all right, let's see what card we get for today for our I Ching. Let's see. We get the 7, the army. 7, the army, with constancy, mature people, good fortune, no mistake. The army, mature people, good fortune, no mistake. And wow, I cannot even read anymore. I can't read the back of this card because my eyes are too bad. So I'll have to look that up. The 7, the card. I'll have to find more information. The 7, the army. I want to get a couple more just for the sake of me studying them and learning them. So the army card. And it's very much a lot. The only solid line is the second from the bottom. So that's that hexagram, 7. The 7th hexagram has only one solid line at the bottom. And that means the army with constancy, mature people, good fortune, no mistake. Okay. I would like one more I Ching card for today. Hi, Mitch, Talia. I see Mitch, Talia. I wonder where you are. Are you in Arizona, Mexico, somewhere else in the world? I love following you and Robin on Facebook. I did this whole reading here and pulled some extra clarifying cards from various tarot decks, doing a live reading for Thanksgiving here. And then I got to wrap it up and give my daughter a call. She just tried to ring through, so I'll have to tag her in this so she can see this. And I'm going to give her, I'm sure she's calling to wish me a happy Thanksgiving. So, and we get 43. This one is almost the opposite. It has all the lines solid except for the top one is broken. And it's number 43, deciding. Held in the king's chambers with truth, call out, there is danger, notify your own city, fruitless to take up arms, fruitful to have a direction to go. So that's weird. Okay, this one is the army. Everything's good. No mistake. This is like the opposite. Foolish to take up arms. Best to, sounds to me, run is what I hear in that. I'm just learning the I Ching. I'm just learning about these and these hexagrams. So thanks for having fun with me today. It's good to see you all this Thanksgiving. Well, kind of see you. It's good to be seen by you guys. Love you, miss you. Wish we were all closer. Hope you're all safe, dry, warm, full bellies. Yeah. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, you guys. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to finish. I'm going to push my table aside. If you haven't been there yet, check out my tarot channel. I'll put a link to this in the description. I'll put this week's tarot readings. This month for November, I did a video on Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's short. I think it's less than 10 minutes or right around the 10-minute mark. What is the difference between Sun, Moon, and Rising? So yeah, go check out my channel. Think about hitting subscribe. It would help me out a lot, and you'll get a free membership and you'll get free extra stuff. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Say hi to Rob and Mitch. Love you guys. Love you, Haley. Happy Thanksgiving, sweetie. See you soon. Bye, you guys. Bye, Jared. I love you.